What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It appears the fabled event we've all been waiting for to happen has finally happened. MrBased and World of T-Shirts are no longer a duo, and it appears World of T-Shirts is hanging out with Danny Duncan. I mean, that's not anything anybody expected, but I mean, it's better than MrBased. 2025 may just be the comeback year for World of T-Shirts. People are saying that the MrBased and World of T-Shirts split is gonna be bad for him, or that they're quickly just gonna go back to streaming again. But honestly, I don't think it will. They usually don't make it a complete public announcement, and I don't think the hotels that MrBased gets Josh for free or at a discount completely make up for only making like $5,000 a month. If he had a manager that actually just took a percentage of his money or a flat rate instead of like holding on to all of his income and then cutting off a check for a certain flat rate of his own money and then just robbing him for the rest, he would actually be able to afford a house and wouldn't need to be able to go hotel to hotel. Like, hotels are expensive, more expensive than just getting a house or an apartment. Like, just going from like luxury hotel and emptying out the minibar and, just doing normal World of T-Shirts activities. It's not worth the service that MrBased is charging. The service isn't worth like what he's taking. And on top of that, there are plenty of other YouTubers that are just lining up to give him a chance to like fly out. They'll pay to fly him out to like film with him. We saw that when he like split up with MrBased that one time a couple of months ago. And then they did that Vegas October thing, and then he said the N-word outside of the hotel. Hopefully Danny Duncan is able to, help him keep a grip better than Tony Macaroni could. It probably shouldn't be that hard. But pretty much what MrBased found out is all you have to do is just keep him from saying the N-word or assaulting anybody, and you're just printing thousands. That's literally it. That's all you have to do. Anybody can do it, and so many YouTubers are willing to do it. People are even like willing to pay for his rehab. Like, people are just willing to throw money at him. Not even YouTubers, just like fans. So like, I don't think that not streaming with MrBased is going to be the end of him. If anything, he's going to be making more money. And I think Danny Duncan knows that. Like, Danny Duncan has never had any like racial controversies or, ran down the street screaming and stuff. So he probably has like a pretty good handle of things and can actually keep Josh in line. But Danny Duncan also isn't slinging dope and clocking hoes. Neither is he like formerly known for that. So I imagine like he would be pretty fair on Josh. He would let him keep his own money. Wouldn't like confine him to, just living in hotels he paid for. Basically like keeping him on a leash. It is pretty weird, the relationship they had. And I can't really blame MrBased because, like, what human being wouldn't turn down so much free money? But the guy literally doesn't have a fucking soul. Like, I don't know. He's had so many opportunities to make his stream better and to actually not be a piece of shit, but he just refuses. He'll like let people donate and like be like, yeah, I'm glad your mom died of cancer, MrBased. You're a douchebag, scumbag, piece of shit, and I hate you. And then he'll be like, oh, that's terrible, but thanks for the $10 or whatever. Or he'll let people constantly donate things that trigger Josh, and then he'll get mad at him for like reacting to the chats and like screaming in his ear. Like, it doesn't matter about the quality of the stream if MrBased is just gonna drag Josh along and make it good enough. But like, I feel like if World of T-Shirts knew in his head from day one that he might not be able to buy the next bottle or the next shot if he doesn't have a good, entertaining stream and make people want to donate, I feel like the streams would be a lot more entertaining. I feel like MrBased is one of those guys like Low Tier God or 2010 Keemstar, that he's just a machine at generating hate clicks and doing the most wildest shit to get people tuned in and interested. I mean, that worked when he also had the catch of World of T-Shirts being there. Someone that, he was eccentric and likable enough that people cared about. But without him there, who actually cares about the MrBased show? I think he was just always trying to like one up himself and always trying to do something crazier. But like, I think he's finally like pushed it a little bit too far. If he does do anything crazier, it'll probably either get him banned or be a literal crime. Like he was already reaching the threshold of like, people were just more pissed off at him than intrigued at what he's gonna do next. And he was always constantly pushing it, but I feel like now it's to the point where he realized like it's not really that profitable, and more people are smart enough to not donate anymore. Like he's not bringing in any new people that are coming in and being like, you're such a piece of shit, just hate donating just to get their message heard more than anybody else in the chat, because they would only react to the donations, wouldn't actually read the chat. And now people aren't really donating anymore, and people aren't even really tuning in because they're like, oh, well, of course, it's either going to be a complete lie or it's going to be just exactly as bad as it sounds. And there's really no point in streaming. I mean, there's really no point in tuning into the stream because, like, most people are just aware he's like a complete piece of shit and he's going to keep doing this. So I think, the bit's just over, he's overplayed it and he's like not making that much money off of it anymore. Not enough to like be beating people in the street bloody and letting Josh destroy his apartment, at least. I mean, he's literally brought in like ladies of the night into the apartment and trying to like get them to talk with Josh, and he's done like huge balloons of galaxy gas on stream. Like if he does anything crazier than that, he's legitimately risking actually getting banned again, and he's already pretty much shadow banned. Like if he does get big enough, like the streaming website is just gonna shut him down, or he'll just be confined to some like alternate streaming website like Rumble or some shit, because he's already fucked up enough times. And I mean, you gotta hand it to him though. MrBased is dedicated because he knows like it wouldn't last forever. That's why he was so committed to the stream, because he was just stealing all of this money for free practically. Like the more effort he put in, the more money he made off of somebody else's career. Like who wouldn't want to do that? Because I mean, to be fair, World of T-Shirts was too lazy to actually do anything himself. So he's like, oh, okay, well, as long as he's comfortable and gets drunk every day, he really doesn't give a shit about anything else. He'll wear the same shirt for like a week straight, even though his name is World of T-Shirts. Like, bro doesn't care about much besides drinking and traveling, pretty much. And many other YouTubers try to explain, like, that you can actually get a better manager. Some people just offer to help him out, like, with their own time, not expecting any compensation. And I think it finally took someone successful, because, I mean, granted, MrBased is, not a broke, poor person, especially for New York standards. But at the same time, he is kind of washed, and he isn't making a huge income, like slinging dope, clocking hoes. He's not doing that anymore. So he found this little grift making him thousands, sometimes per stream. And he was making so much money, like just walking around and just hanging out and having fun and drinking. But I'm pretty sure Danny Duncan, who's in a whole nother league, like he's an actively successful person in a clean career, YouTubing. Being a YouTuber, I don't know why I said YouTubing. I said it like I would say TikToking. But anyway, like this kid crashes like a gator or some kind of like vehicle pretty much one time a month, like it's clockwork. That's just what he does because he's like completely fucking loaded. I'm pretty sure it just took him being like, yeah, I can make you more than 5,000 a month if you just make some content with me. And plus, look at how many views I get. You won't be with this old wash guy that's like making you sit in his apartment, wearing wigs, huffing galaxy gas. God knows what he does off a stream. Like last time we checked on World of T-Shirts, in my last video about him, he was like wearing wigs, drinking Everclear, huffing a bunch of galaxy gas, hanging out at MrBased's apartment more and more. Like Dude, thank God he got out of there before Base went full Diddy mode. I think it literally took for him to stop making money or for it to be a threat to him to stop streaming because 3 days ago, I haven't kept up in a while, but supposedly it said he got swatted twice in 2 hours, which is insane. But he was just completely fine and willing to talk about it on stream because, I mean, he doesn't have a soul, he just cares about money. But then suddenly something popped up where he's like, well, this won't work out anymore. I tried to give him the best life and everything, but, this business relationship has to just suddenly end, even though we were supposedly best friends and I was doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I think he just realized he wasn't gonna go in the green this week, so he was just like, oh, whatever, get the fuck out of my apartment, Joshua Block. I hate you now, you alcoholic piece of shit. And then recently he said, when I first developed a friendship with Joshua Block, it was painfully apparent to me that alcoholism was not his problem. Sadly, it was the solution. The problem was World of T-Shirts' life truly sucked. I did everything I could to make his life and career amazing. And then he said, good luck with Danny Duncan. You're on a rocket ship up, up, up now, Josh. That just sounds spiteful. Like, I think he was just mad that, some other YouTuber that was more successful showed him a deal that actually made more sense. And he was just like, yeah, fuck MrBased. I don't want him to keep taking advantage of me, robbing me, and humiliating me, making me unemployable for anyone in the future that sees any of these videos, just so he can make a quick buck and I can make like 60 grand a year, which, I mean, you might as well just get a normal job if you're making 60 grand a year with 2.6 million followers on TikTok on any platform. A lot of people are saying that they're gonna start streaming again in like a week or so, but honestly, I don't think so. Like, he's actually hanging out with Danny Duncan in Florida right now, and on top of that, MrBased is like, exposing their text messages, talking about like, MrBased is like, have fun with Danny Duncan, you're gonna go up in the world. Because, I mean, he is kind of bitter. He doesn't have like the cash cow with him. Honestly, just think about, are you really gonna watch a MrBased stream without World of T-Shirts? You're just gonna watch this guy, walk around New York just being a dickhead to people. Honestly, I wouldn't say subscribed. I'm gonna unsub. But if you do still feel like watching MrBased, honestly, I'm happy for you. I wish I was just able to like eat up that slop that's so artificial, an insult to my intelligence, and just somehow manage to enjoy it. Like, honestly, I'd be so much happier if I could enjoy shitty, awful content that is just soulless, because there's so much of it out there. But there's so many streamers that are actually entertaining and worth actually donating to. But honestly, I feel like the content is just going to speak for itself. He didn't really do that successfully before he met World of T-Shirts. People only came in because of the gimmick of like, either they were just so mad at him for like what he's been doing before eventually giving up, or they were just like, wow, this is some crazy shit. He's like crashing out. And then most people just like were supporting the crash outs and, didn't actually care about Josh, just thought it was funny. But not that many people actually cared about Based. Like, I promise you, even like the people that were just meat writing MrBased, like talking about how he's not that bad of a guy and we're just like agreeing with everything he said, a lot of those people were either like bots, shills, or they were just there because they wanted to see World of T-Shirts crash out and like get arrested or some shit. That's literally it. But they don't actually give a shit about that guy because he's not a genuine person and he doesn't give a shit about his audience. And like, it goes both ways. Like, most people see right through that. Also, the fact that he has a criminal past, just to be a career criminal, it's just like people don't have a good feeling of like he's gonna do anything good with the money, and there's no entertaining thing that he's gonna do with the money because World of T-Shirts is gone. So literally, what's the point? Like, why would you donate to something? I get it, like if you donate to something that's bad, but like at least it's funny or entertaining. But why in the hell would you just donate to MrBased? Like, fuck him. Like, he's an adult. he can like take care of himself. Like, why are you guys just giving him free money? I mean, I guess it's personal choice, but like, there's so many streamers out there, and there's so many like actual Twitch and Kick communities from streaming. I don't know. I just think that with all of the streamers out there and like how competitive it is, how many people are trying to become pro streamers, I don't think there's that much room for like a superficial, complete douchebag that's not even funny. I just feel like if people are literally willing to tune in to World of T-shirts, even though he names or he doesn't name any of the streams and they're all just called My First Stream, and he doesn't bother setting a thumbnail, and he doesn't bother reading the chat, and he doesn't bother like actually like paying attention to any of the TTS donations and like actually replying to them, and half the time he forgets he's streaming and then just has his phone pointed in his general direction while he's like doing whatever the fuck he wants. People are still willing to stream in because they're like invested in World of T-shirts and they like his personality, and there's like a community around it. People that are saying that he's gonna be worse off streaming with Danny Duncan compared to fucking MrBased, they're completely delusional, or they're MrBased on an alt account, or just a shill of MrBased. Like, there's no other explanation. Like, just thinking about it, like the just the follower count, Danny Duncan completely mogs MrBased. The brand image, you know, he's not like this creepy old washed up guy. He's like a lot nicer, a lot more like PG. So like the streams will actually get more viewers and more donations, on top of having a bigger audience and a bigger platform, and people just not wanting their donations to go to some random guy who like might do bad shit with it because they know it's gonna go to World of T-shirts and he's not gonna get robbed and paid a flat fee. Literally, how is this gonna be worse for him? Please explain. But I think it's pretty official. World of T-shirts unfollowed Mr. Lace GHB on Twitter. I mean, MrBased, and he's following Danny Duncan. But like, World of T-shirts unfollowing somebody, that's fucking big news. Like, I think it might be over. Like, I'm pretty sure all Danny Duncan had to do is just be like, yeah, I can afford lawyers. Matter of fact, I got a whole legal team on retainer 24/7. And then he was just like, whoa, holy shit. Fucking mind started expanding. It's probably like, you know, telling World of T-shirts he can afford lawyers is probably like the limitless pill for him. He just switches to a different person. He's energetic. He's happy. He's like, all right, what do we got to do today? Fucking stop, get that Drake out of my face. Stop offering me that shit. I got shit to do. I got lawyers to pay. I got millions of dollars to make. But I'm pretty sure that's it for the, you know, MrBased World of T-shirts duo. People are starting to catch on, like, that he's just letting him crash out, letting him get way too drunk, do galaxy gas. Like, he's just poisoning this kid, you know, robbing him blind, scamming his audience. And people are just like, first of all, just getting sick of it and just not tuning in. And on top of that, you know, like the controversy is just actually too much. Like, the ratio of like people that genuinely despise MrBased to people that like are just angry enough to tune in and possibly donate to tell him to stop, it's just not worth it anymore. But that's pretty much all I have to say for that. I guess enjoy watching this GTA 6 leaked footage. Yes, leaked footage of World of T-shirts. Yes, Joshua Block, he is the main protagonist of GTA 6. Because after all the leaks, they had to change the story. So enjoy this leaked gameplay of World of T-shirts destroying every fry and every bag in this restaurant. And thanks for watching. 1 like equals 1 fry in the bag.